Hi guys! Oh my goodness, it has been far too long since I've done a video like this. Hopefully it goes okay. I'm still sounding a little bit husky from my horrible cold that I've had. But I really wanted to share this planner with you. You know what I'm like. If you follow me, you know this video is probably going to be super chatty when it doesn't need to be. It'll probably go completely off topic like they normally do. I have got the place to myself for 5 minutes, so hopefully I won't have any interruptions. I've been asked to do a little flip through of this planner so many times now, so I apologise for not having shared it with you sooner. But I would like to change up for autumn. I say for autumn. Oh my goodness, we're halfway through October and I still haven't changed up this planner. So I moved into this planner. Oh my goodness, when did I move into this planner? Long time ago now. This is the clear jelly Catspressoco planner. I think I moved into this the moment it arrived. So whenever the release of these planners were, I pretty much got one straight away. So I've been in for the whole of summer, and my plan was to have this set up for summer, and then I will move into my taupe and mo term. Technically, I was meant to move into it in September, so like for the start of like the fall season, and that never happened. Life got in the way. So much has happened. Loads of, life stuff, work, family life, everything happened, and I've either been planning regularly, not planning at all, dabbling. I've just been all over the place. I've got like my kids' birthdays coming up. I've just had one, got another, I've got Christmas coming up now. Oh, look at that, the sun's just come out. Oh, hopefully you won't get too much glare. All this time you wait for the sun to come out, and then I show you something shiny and the sun comes out. Well, I don't need it to. But anyway, that aside, I am still in my Catspressoco. I would still like to move into my motem. And you know what I'm like? If you follow me, you'll know that I like to do like pop it out there in the universe, because if I don't put it out there in the universe, I don't know. I've just got this thing. I need to have it saved somewhere, like what I've had set up, what I've been using, what I've done, set up out there in the universe before I move on. And I think that's been the other problem. I haven't wanted to move into my motem because I haven't been able to do a little flip through of this. And I wanted to do a chatty one. So I will probably do a quick silent flip to pop up on my Instagram. So if you don't already, I would definitely recommend. I say definitely recommend. I'd love you to come and join me over on my Instagram if you don't already. But I will pop all the details of all the shops included. I'll pop all my discount codes below as well. So, but if there is anything that I'm going to try and like flip through it as chatty, as informative, however I normally go through these things. You know what I'm like, I go off subject. I'm going off subject now. But I will just briefly chat through everything. Not a lot has changed in here. A lot of it is still the same as previous setups. Slight things have changed, deco kind of changes a little bit. And so you probably would have seen some of these things before. Some of it is, I haven't changed it, not because I couldn't be bothered. It's just, it's working and I like it. So why change it? I think I've come to terms with, like, if I'm happy, don't mess with it. I had planned a piece before in my personal wide or Estelle, and then I changed up to A6, like over the lockdown and everything. And I have now found planner piece again with the size, but I did struggle a little bit with the setup. So like my inserts changed as well as the size, and like my deco. So I had full on deco. It's just getting far too much for me. So I went very minimalistic. And now I'm kind of like somewhere in between. So I call it decorative minimalism. So it is decorative, and I do still use deco stickers. I do still sort of what you would class as deco, but it's very minimalistic as possible, very neutral. That was the other thing. I think I found that I was using all like the deco dashboards and stuff, and it'd be very seasonal, and then the season would change, or like my mood would change, and then I had to, like, my planner just didn't fit, and then I didn't want to use it. So I've tried to set it up in like deco-fied like dashboards and that. So like it's not very seasonal or it's not very themed. So like now, so the idea was I was meant to be in this over the summer. So I've been in this for quite a while now. I've been over this over the whole of the summer. And then I wanted to change it all up for like nude and neutral colours, where this is all quite black and white. It was meant to be like, it was like, yeah, I tried to keep it like quite contrasty and like the black and white, like tropical vibes and that over the summer. And it kind of happened, kind of didn't. but there's no theme to it. So obviously this works through the summer. We're now into autumn, and it's not so summerified that I had to change it up because we're now in autumn. It's also not very autumny in here. So if it goes, it could stay like this, and I could never change any of the dashboards and anything like that, and it wouldn't be like out of place because of the season. Does that make sense? I know what I mean. It is just set up how I like it. I think it looks pretty. I'm happy with it. And that has brought a little bit more planner piece back. So I am very happy with that. Obviously, I'll go through anything I'm not happy with. I will probably mention as I go, because there is only like probably one thing that I'm not happy with. But I think that is down to like planner size and ring size. So I'll mention that as I go through. Hopefully you'll be able to see everything okay. So yeah, I'm going to stop waffling. We're already, 5 minutes into this video, and I'm just waffling about life. So this is the Clear Jelly Catspressoco planner. I am loving it. I moved in and I was really unsure. I've never had like a vinyl plastic planner before. I did have the milky white one, which I really enjoyed and I kept quite pretty, and now has a completely different purpose. And I moved into this, and when you're just not sure, it didn't have as many pockets on the inside, doesn't have a back pocket that I'm used to. So it was all a bit, ooh, but actually now I'm in it. Like I've said, I've moved in and I haven't even been bothered to move out of it because it's just working for me. I love it. So this is meant to be my catch-all planner. This is the one that I grab daily. I'm making an appointment on the phone. I need to jot down a birthday party, anything like that. I grab this planner. I love it. And the fact that I can chunk it up, and the plastic, it just like it molds to how much chunk you have in it. And then it also looks really good when it's slim. So you can chunkify it as much as you like. But just to run through, so like I said, Catspressoco Clear Planner. Here I have a Royal Planner like card in there, which probably came with one of my orders. I've got a cloth and paper journal card in here. This journal card in the background, so this is in that front cover pocket. This is one of the planner cards, I believe, from Pippi Plans, one of the first, if not the first box. I believe it may have been her first box. But I just really like a lot of the quotes. I tend to put, I tend to put quotes together which I feel work together or look good together. And I just really like how that all set up together. I've got the cloth and paper matte black ollie clip, which came in my sub. And that's pretty much that on the front. On the back, I've got one of these. I think this just came in with one of my orders from Cloth and Paper as well. And I just popped that in the back because I really like the look of it. Jumping in. So like I said, a lot of this doesn't really change. I've got Cloth and Paper calendar card. I'm a little bit obsessed with calendar cards. I have calendars all over my planner because I'm always in a different section and want to know where we are in the month. So I tend to put the calendar cards from Cloth and Paper sub boxes in the front of my planner on the other side of that ollie clip, just so at a glance I can just go, oh yeah, we're here. Usually I highlight it, or I have the Royal Planner, the skinny like page flags that just highlight over the top of it, and then I can move it down each week. But I haven't actually done that for October yet. And I have currently got ready for next year. I believe Cloth and Paper are stopping these cards from next year. They did bring out like a set a little while ago in one of their happy hours, which I grabbed, and I'm really looking forward to using those next year. I may brave punching them and putting them in, but I do love having a calendar card right at the front of my planner. Here I just have one of my cards from my shop. This is the Make-A-Wish card that I just love keeping in the front. I've got some Cloth and Paper stickers. These are the, oh dear, that's the only thing that's a bit tricky with it being a shiny plastic planner. When you have anything shiny, it just sticks. I don't know if you can see, these are those clear, can you see if I put it behind? There we go. Those really pale blue stickers that came in one of the recent, or I say one of the recent, one of the not so recent sub boxes, but they're just different. You can't see any of that, can you? I'm just managed to catch a glimpse of what you can see on the screen. There we go. So they just have the different sizes. So I just thought I'm going to keep that in the front of my planner because they're like go-to little stickers. So that just sits in the front there. This is a card from Royal Planner, which is just slipped under. This is the inside of that. So obviously with it being clear, you can have it double-sided. So it just looks quite pretty in there. Then you have this secretarial pocket and a little front pocket. This is from my lovely friend, sent me that. And then I have these two cards. So this is a Royal Planner card. I don't know if you can, there we go, yeah, focus. And I've just popped in some of those, like these are those skinny page flags I was talking about a minute ago. And these are actually notes and clips, sticker icons on here, but this is pretty much like a little key card. So these little symbol stickers is what I use for those things. So I just keep that in the front. And then this is my get stuff done card. So I've shown this off many times before. A couple of Royal Planner posties on there, just with the stuff that I need to get done. So this card is from Planner Life to Love. She has a couple of slightly different ones. I love the little heart detail on there. Can you see? And there's another one which has a grown-up word in the middle, and it's on little hollow deco, sort of bit of detailing in the middle. But this is one of those versions. So these just sit layered up inside that front pocket. And it is just my, you know, when you just need to have that quick, like when you grab your phone and look at the calendar quick, like, what's the date today? What have I got to do today? This is what I like the front of my planners to be. So it's just that at a glance, I can just have a quick, what's happening kind of feel. So that's the front of the planner. And then going on into the planner, I've got a lovely dash. It's just got my name. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. Can you see that? This is a lovely dash from, again, everything is pretty much Planner Life to Love in my planners. So the lovely Gem has made this gorgeous dash. And obviously you could have any word along the front there. These are quite good if you've got like a word of the year, like I do. I don't have it in here. It's in my journal. But if you wanted like your word of the year or just anything you wanted on there. So I've just got my name going on there. Then I've got this, I don't know if you'll be able to see. It's a lovely etched, like Louis Vuitton themed dash behind there. And then I have I get into the bulk of my planner. So these dividers, I'm going to explain now rather than keep going on. But these are the Barely There range from Gem Shot. So Planner Life to Love. I don't know if you can see enough, but it is literally like a Barely There. So they have the words are cut out, and I don't know if you can see behind. I'm going to keep this calendar card to hand so you can see. Oh, that makes it worse, doesn't it? Let me keep my hand behind it. So the words are cut out. Can you see there? And it is like I suppose it's like a vellum-y kind of look to him. But I've just got the filled in tabs, and then it has like a border. Can you see there's a border around the edge of each tab? So each divider tab is the same, just different words. So I've got inbox, calendar, then I have my trackers and my weekly. So that's like the first. This is like the main part of my planner that I use, this first half. And then after my weekly, it goes back to the top, and I have my notes section. The kids have a section. I have my list section and my contacts. I do also have a today page marker, so I'll show that in a little bit more detail when I get to it. So where were we? We were at my inbox. And then I have this gorgeous clear dash again from the Royal Planner. So I went for the white in this one. I do have the black version in my pocket, but I just thought this worked really nicely. But I think I need to get the black version for this size, just going into like the winter months. But I'm not sure. I really like the white. So I've just got a few layers going on here. You will probably have seen this before. This is some gorgeous vellum with a lovely quote from my friend that sent me that. This is a dash that I made. It's just some craft acetate, and it's got a couple of sticky pockets from Gem over at Planner Life to Love. These are the long edge ones, so they open along this side. But she does also have ones which I think I've got later on. They open along the short side, so depending on how you want them. But these I find work really nicely. These are those cloth and paper email and call cards. I do have AM and PM on the back. This I think I may change up for my next setup because I don't tend to look at them so much. But these are really handy. And again, these are Royal Planner skinny page flags, which I just write down on. I do actually need to remove this one. Let me remove this one. Why have I still got... It just shows how much I used it in September. I haven't even written anything on it. But these are those half-page, like task at a glance from cloth and paper. I can't remember what they're called. But they came in a sub-box and we got a whole pack. And in one of the last sub-boxes, we got 2022's ones. And they are brilliant. I haven't obviously got any filled in. But what I tend to do is those little sticky dots, I tend to pop those over the calendar for dates to remember. And you've got reminders and priority. I usually only keep the month that I'm in and then the following month after. So I can, like, at a glance, see what's coming up. But I think I have got, because we were down to like the last few months. How scary is that? Down to the last few months of the year. I've just popped them all in. Then I have the task delegation, which again was from the cloth and paper box. And this is just like a working inbox. Just stuff goes on here, stuff that I need to do, and then I delegate it throughout my planner as and when I need to. And then I've got old Post-it notes which go on the back. Usually sitting in here are my Post-it note holders. So when I'm not currently using them, they usually sit in here. But at the moment they are currently in my planner. So I'll come along to those. So when they're not being used, they are stored in here, and I will explain those in a minute. And then when they're done with, I just pop the little Post-it notes on the back here. Because you know, like sometimes you know you've noted it down, and then you get rid of it, and you're like, oh, where did I put it? And it's like, oh, I needed to double check. So I do keep hold of them just for a little while. And then when I definitely don't need them, I go through like monthly and then like clear them out. This is from the appointment pad that we got in the cloth and paper box absolutely ages ago. And because I'm in A6, it's quite nice. I can just punch those and pop them in. And I tend to use these for like bigger appointments. So like meetings or like school events. So like if there's something that's coming up with my son's school and I need to make notes on it, then that tends to get used on here. Short little doctor's booking appointments, I do tend to use the cloth and paper appointment posties. So you'll see that coming up because I've actually got that in use. So yeah, I just keep a spare one in here, and then they get popped in, they get filed away in the back of the planner as and when it's finished with until I clear it out. I've just got some posties on the back there. I do have a page marker on the way from Planex Stow, which I want to actually transfer these onto. So I've got them to hand, because obviously when I move this is my only thing. I usually have 2 in here. I'm down to 1. And obviously if I need to use this, then I need to move my posties. So I will show that as soon as it arrives. Then I go into my calendar section. This is some acetate from Josephine Bow. I love her acetates. Really pretty. So this has been in many of my setups. This is another piece of vellum, which again, I haven't changed out for a long time. This is from my lovely friend Claire again. And then this is, I think this is, yeah, it's a thank you card from one of my cloth and paper orders. I think it's for when the spiral planners came out, when they were sending these out. But I just like the fact that it's got the date on there, and I really enjoyed using this planner at the time. So that was just a nice little dash to pop in for my calendar section. This is probably something I'm going to change. I have quite a few jelly pockets in my planner, with all my journaling cards, basically. I love them. I can't get enough of them. But I'm probably going to change that out a little bit for 2022 because they take up so much room. These, I believe, are either Foxy Fix or Catspressoco. I do have the new ones from Planex Stow, and they are gorgeous. I'm saving them for my next planner because they are just that little bit thinner. They're exactly the same kind of style, if that makes sense. They are just as amazing quality. They're just that little bit thinner, just as sturdy, just as strong, but I just feel they are that little bit thinner. So hopefully it will take up less space in my planner because these are quite thick. But I've just got a bunch of journaling cards in here. I've got, this is Royal Planner up here, Royal Planner. This is cloth and paper, cloth and paper. I've got an Ollie dot going on here, which just holds in a couple of cards in place. And then I have a couple more cloth and paper cards going on the back. I do have one laid up here. You may not be able to see very well. I will just show you this one. This is from the Crescent Planner. Can you see that? Is it going to focus? This is one of her frosted journaling etched cards. I absolutely love this little design going on. It's like a floral moon. But I just have that layered up in there. And it looks really pretty. You probably can't see on camera as well, but in real life you can see it layering over that, really pretty. So this goes into my inserts. These are my yearly inserts. I believe these are the front. So I did have cloth and paper inserts. I think I've said this before. And I just couldn't get on with the layout. It was like months intertwined with the weeks, and it just doesn't work for me. I like to have my months and that separate. So I've just kept the front sort of cover. This vinyl was from Little Thought Store. I believe this was in our Advent box. So I just popped that on there. And that goes into, I just like these converter pages. So it's just got the world clock and the conversions. And then it also has the year at a glance. I haven't updated my posties. So these are Royal Planner posties. I saw so many people doing this. And I never did it. I was like, well, why would you waste a little page flag postie like that? But I tried it because I just wanted to give it a go. And actually, it makes so much sense why people do it now. So some people put a deco sticker, some cross them out, some put little posties over. I'm hoping these keep their stick so I can reuse them. But I've just been placing these over. And actually, when you turn to like your year at a glance, like you want to see what's coming up, when they are, so you can see here, I haven't done August and September, and I am struggling so much when I have a quick look at my calendar to focus on October. I think since I've been doing it, I've got used to going, right, the one without a post-it note is the month that we're in. And it makes so much sense why people did it. The amount of times it sounds really pathetic, but actually when you open to this page and you go, oh, we're here. And sometimes your eyes just dart across the page. So if you haven't tried doing this, this is like a little planner tip that I would say, give it a go. Because I've really enjoyed it. Like I said, I haven't done these 2 months, and every time I've had a quick look at what's happening. Like I came to have a look like what the dates were for October half term, and I just couldn't see it. It was like, where's October? I couldn't find it. And it's like, it's just here. I think I've just got used to knowing that the post-it notes go up to the month before. So if you do use your year at a glance quite a bit, I would definitely recommend popping little post-it notes over the month as they pass, or even a deco sticker, anything that you want to stick down. I definitely recommend it because it does draw your attention to the month that you're in really quickly. It's a brilliant little tip. Definitely recommend it. This is a little Fox and Pip little page marker. This is the semicolon, like the keep going sign. It is upside down because I have a bow one at the top here. And when they were both at the top, it just, like the insert sat up at an angle. So this top corner pushed up because of the two acrylic tabs. So I did just pop this one down at the bottom, and actually it has helped having one at the bottom, one at the top. So I know the one at the bottom is the year and the one at the top is the month. So that's another little tip for you. Do top and bottom tabs. I then have this little fold out. This is from Annie Plans, I believe, just for the year. And on the back, I have my birthdays. So again, these stickers from Little Thought Store from the Advent box. They are a gold foil, and I've just popped down birthdays. And then I have my little dash. Again, these have not changed. This dash is just to split the yearly and the monthly. So I did used to have a yearly section and a monthly section, but I don't use the yearly as much as my monthlies, but I do turn to it quite a bit. So I just, instead of having a separate section, because I have so many tabs, I've just popped a dash in just to separate it, basically. And then obviously they are marked by those two acrylic page markers anyway, so they're really easy to get to. So this is just cloth and paper dashboards from past boxes. And then I have my monthly inserts. These are my most favourite inserts. These are from Puff and Pages Co. And I'm so happy they are now doing printed inserts. So I did have these made up for me. She very kindly helped me print these out because I can't print inserts. And I'm so glad that she's now got printed inserts from her shop. I believe she did have a discount, like a 40% off. I believe that may have finished. At the time of me filming this video, I believe that has finished. But they are so cheap anyway. I definitely recommend going and grabbing them. She does have printables, loads of designs and printables that you can print yourself. And there are some printed. I believe there may be another release again. So there's some available now, and then there may be like a second round come the end of the year, which I'm hoping these ones will be included because they weren't included this time. Don't ask me. I will try and find out the details and put the details below. But this is the month on 2 pages. So there's 2 or 3 different designs. This is a sticker up here. So again, this is from the cloth. These stickers are from Little Thought Store from the Advent, and I've just labelled up my months. So they don't come with the. Actually, did they come with the month? I think they did actually. They may have the month here or the gap to write it, but they did. No, they didn't. Sorry, I apologise. It's because I've dated them. They are undated month on 2 pages, so they didn't have a date up here. So obviously you could start them whenever. So I've just gone through and labelled them, and I have numbered them all, so I've just written that in. But these are the Monday start. You have this important section over here and a notes section over here. So I really like having that like at a glance kind of thing. So this month, this is happening. So I tend to put, so this month here, I tend to put dates down the side, like birthdays, inset days, school holidays, anything like that down here. And then anything important. So you'll see, obviously here, lockdown. But you'll see as I go through the months, like, look, I've got bits like, you know, important. My youngest one had jabs, dentist appointments, things I need to remember. I've got dates, important dates down the side, and then notes, just bits and bobs that I need to sort of make note of. I don't tend to decorate my monthlies as much. I've got the odd little sticker, and then like here, I've gone to town because it was Easter and there wasn't really much happening at the time. But mainly it is the odd little deco sticker, and it's just pen and highlighter. The only thing I've started doing more of is using these little mini stickers from Plan Xdo. I haven't got a key card to hand because I am changing it all up, but they have these like set of small shapes. We've got hexagons, corners, strips, squares, flags, corners, teardrops. Absolutely brilliant. So I tend to have a key for everything. So these are for like, these are flagged days. So this day is being brought to my attention. So it's a bank holiday. These are like to-dos, but like what's happening to-dos. So this is like an event. I tend to use teardrops for like events. Corners are, it's a day of importance. So this is a date to be remembered. So they are cornered. The squares I tend to use for, this is like a to-do. I must do this. So this was packing for holiday. So it's like a checkbox. There's like a, I must, like a job. The dots are usually, this is what's happening today. So it's like a point of interest. And then the little hexagons I tend to use as like an important point of interest. So where this is more like, so this was when we were on holiday. It was just a note to self type thing. This was, I must remember to do this. So it was a little bit more attention. And then this is just an event. So something that's happening that day, I just use a strip. So I have a key, and that follows through with the little page flags that I use as my sub-tabs. And I try and follow that key through. So it always has the same kind of meaning. And like you see, I, you know, put little bits on every now and again. And that's pretty much it for my monthlies. Nothing really much happens in my monthlies. So you can see again, I've got my little key going on for different events. This is the month we're on at the moment. So I have the little bow, Fox and Pip tab to mark my month. These, I have spoken about this before. This is just really thin craft acetate. And this is just some TPS, like the little glitter scalloped edges that she comes out with, just to mark. And this is basically a little hack that I saw. I think I actually saw this on Pinterest. I saw someone, so these are the kids clubs. So when you have that repetitive activity like kids clubs happening day in, day out, weekly, monthly, however, and you just find yourself writing the same information all the time, I saw this little hack and thought, do you know what, I'm going to try it. So along the top of the keys, these are just little page flags, I believe, are from Paper Chase. So I have like a little color code, but along the top I have the information. So on here it has Spanish Club, the time that it's on, and whereabouts it is, and that actually needs to be changed because it's not via Zoom anymore. But I've got like my youngest one's football club, I've got Cubs, I've got my eldest one's football club, and they are on the same day every week, the same time at the same place. So this just pops in and out. It's just punched with little snips so I can move it from month to month. And then obviously you can see here, it's not on this Sunday here because it's half term, it's also Halloween. So I can just peel these off and move them along. So as and when like here, I haven't moved on here. So Tuesday in October, we didn't have this week. So the first week. So I know I have left that one there. Usually I do just leave it, but I can just peel these off and stick them on a sticker page that I have back here. And then they just line up with the day. So I can see at a glance what's happening that day. Really, really handy tip. Saves space on here. And with it being on acetate, I don't know if you can see on camera, you can read through them. So I can still, it just saves up space in the box. So rather than having on this page here, Logan football, I've got more space because obviously the boxes are quite small. So I've just written in the event that's happening. I can still see, if I move it up, I can still see through it. But I also know that I've got football that day to go to. So really, really handy tip. I swear by this tip to go in your planner. So if you haven't already, definitely give that a go. If you've got lots of, repetitive things. I have seen other people doing it for like work shifts. So when they know, like I have set hours that I work each day, so I could always do it with work as well. But I don't tend to put my work on my monthlies just because I know my work hours are usually on my weeklies. So that is that. And yeah, I do pencil things in and then they tend to pen as and when. And then at the back, I've just got future dates. So like I was saying, these little, these are Royal Planner page flags, but it's a hexagon. So like I was saying a minute ago, the hexagon stickers are like bring to my attention. So I tend to use the hexagon page flags because it is something to bring to my attention. And this is a future dates. So that's why I've popped a little hexagon on there. That's just a little note page at the back. Then I've got my trackers section. I probably won't go into so much detail in here because obviously it's just got personal information. This is a gorgeous vinyl from Kimmy Creates, and I'll pop on my discount code below. But this is just a gorgeous F, and this mandala style going on here is so pretty. This looks so intricate and tricky to make. If I put it behind, can you see how much detail? It must take Kimmy absolutely ages to try and get all of this off, but I love it. So that's just, I made into a dashboard. I've got some cloth and paper dashboards here. Another jelly pocket. So like I said before, this is a Catspressoco one, and I'm probably going to change it out for my plan next day, just so it's that little bit thinner. But I've got some Pebble and Co cards in here. So these are just some quote cards. I've also got, again, I'm not going to try and squeeze it out. I don't know if I can lift it up. I've got the Crescent Planner. There's another etched card. So I love layering up the etched cards over little planner cards in my planner. And I just feel they go together. So be bold, you'll grow beautifully in your own way. How much do you think that I just feel that those two quotes go together so nicely. And it's in my tracker section. So this is, it's like a little reminder as well. I don't just put things in just because, oh, it looks pretty. I may do, there's nothing wrong with it. But I actually quite like the quotes, which is why these two are in my tracker section, because it is that, remember to just inhale, breathe, exhale, be bold. You're going to do this in your own way. That's the whole idea of my tracker section. So I have two sections in my tracker section, and they are kind of held together with these clips. So my first one is more like life stuff. So it's like bills and things I need to keep track of. These are my work hours here, which change. But this is like, life organization. That goes on in there. And I've just got a little misquoted semicolon charm. I love this charm. This is the silver one. It does come in gold as well. And obviously the shop links, I will pop all that below. But do you not think as well, just keep going. With stuff like this, you just need to remind yourself, just keep going. So that is why I've popped that little one on there. I have another couple of little dashboards, again, just to separate the two types of trackers. So this is more like personal, where this is like life. So this is a etched dashboard, again, from the Crescent Planner. And I don't know if you're able to see it too well because it is so bright in here at the moment. But this has got, let me see if I can pop, it's better with a darker one behind it. I don't know if you're able to see it. I need to put something darker behind it. But it is the 10 daily reminders. And it is really, really nice. Like 10 little reminders that you could just say to yourself, when you just need that little bit of a, I'm fine, it's fine, everything's fine. This is like something just to read through. It's really nice in here. So that's why I popped that in my tracker section. And then I've got another dash that I made from, again, a vinyl from Kimmy Creates. I love this one. So I just thought it went really nice, like mindset and peacefulness, that dream catcher. This is in matte black, the vinyl. And I've just popped it on some craft acetate. There's a little dashboard just to separate these. Then I've got some cloth and paper dashboards. This is that half morning mindset dash, which is really nice. When you've just got that, I tend to use this when you've got like that crazy busy day, or like a day where you've got nothing to do, but with everything to do. This is a really nice, just to get your mind right. I love reading through that. And if by, I don't know, the grace of God, cloth and paper actually watching this, I have mentioned it to him before, I would love an evening mindset, because sometimes this really helps like getting you going for the day. But an evening mindset of how to wind down would be amazing. I know I could just create my own, but this is just gorgeous. I love it. So that goes in there. And then I did pop in a digital declutter, which I felt worked with like the mindfulness of how to clear your mind, how to sort, like organize and stay organized, what to do weekly, daily, monthly, just to sort of keep on top of stuff. So that goes in there. I then have this other dashboard, which again, I've just popped together. This is a stick it pocket. I believe this is like a, I can't remember. I think this was like an A6 kind of size one. It was obviously smaller than A6 because this is A6. But I believe this sticky pocket is from Ms. Quoted. So she does have a lot going on over in her shop, the lovely Jade. And it is the perfect size for this. I do have my new jelly dashboards, which I'm probably going to pop these in. And I do have duplicates of these two cards. So I'm very tempted to punch them and have some different size layers, like how I've got this half page. I'm loving the layers. So I may be brave and punch them. But if you follow me, you'll know that I don't like punching things because I like to move them from planner to planner. And then if I change, then I can't put it in a pocket. So I've just popped this on some craft acetate, stuck this sticky pocket down. And you can see, look, I've even got air bubbles. So I just shove things in. I'm not too fussed. But this is a lovely, this came with orders over at Planet Day. This is one of the freebie cards. But it's just a self-care reminders. And it's got like mind, body and soul, little reminders to say to yourself, I love this card. Absolutely love it. It's probably going to be in my planner forever. But there is that one. And then on the back, this is from Pebble and Co. And I love this quote as well. So it's just perfect. So again, it's probably going to stay in my planner forever. This is another dashboard that I've made. So this is those little sticky pockets I was talking about earlier. These are from Planner Life to Love. These are on the short opening, the short side opening. And these are actually freebies from Planner Room. And I've just popped these in there. So these are daily, weekly, monthly and yearly planner routines. And these are the first ones I've actually seen on there, which I pretty much do this. So sometimes you see them and you're like, oh, I don't do that. And then you can't edit them or anything. So I actually do everything on here. I do want to try and get some made up, some of those pretty ones made up from Luna Lou's. So when she is feeling 100%, and I feel bad messaging her to make an order while she's not been too well. But I will place an order and get these made up in her gorgeous planner cards. And then these are like the, like personal trackers. I know these say April, but I actually changed these out and then realised I never changed them up. So these are current ones. I'm just very behind on them. Oh, no, I'm not actually. I'm updated. I am up to date. But I just have, there's monthly tasks that I do in here. I've got the cleaning checklist from Cloth and Paper. I've got the cleaning inventory, stuff like that. I've got a reading log in here. Workouts, all just personal trackers basically. And I've just got this little clip from Ms. Quoted. I just think that is gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. I love this clip. So that's on there. And then here, as I was saying before, these are like activity type. I use those strip stickers for activities happening. So I've just got that on here with a star, as you'll remember from my little what do you call it, key card from the beginning, sorry. So this is like to bring to my attention, but this is like my to-dos, like events happening. So this is like a cleanings thing on there. So that's why I've got that little page flag. And then I said, remember, like I said at the beginning, in my monthlies, I use these little square stickers as like a checklist to do. So again, I've got the square on here because it's like a checklist like to do. So this was a packing list. So that's why I've got a square page flag on there. And it makes so much sense in my head why I have the shape keys as well. So like I said, squares are for to-dos, attention, like to bring to my attention are the hexagons, like important. And then you'll see here, I've got some round ones, which are like, just like to-dos, point of interest. So that brings the end of my trackers section. Going to my weeklies. I've just seen how long this video is. I'm probably going to try and speed up a little bit. This is another etch dash from the Crescent Planner. It's just got a gorgeous, lovely floral pattern going on there. I've got some pictures of these so you'll be able to see the detail. Oh, there we go. See the detail a little bit better. But I love how all of this layers up so nicely. This is a Cloth and Paper dash. I love the quote, I'm the architect of days that haven't happened yet. Do you not think that just works perfectly for the weeklies? This is what's coming up. That just works perfectly. Here we go, is another jelly pocket. Again, another calendar card. This little Cloth and Paper. This is brilliant little reminder, like how to delegate things. So if I move the little calendar card out of the way, you know, if it's important and it's urgent, just do it now. If it's important but not urgent, plan it. It just helps me because sometimes I was writing everything down and getting so overwhelmed that this really helps with how to plan. I've got some more. This is a Royal Planner and some more Cloth and Paper cards. this was from my lovely friend Claire. She put this together for me. This is the lunar calendar and I love it. Do you know what? This goes in on my weekly because it's just nice to look back at on my weekly. And I think, again, this is something that will stay in my planner for ages anyway. And it's just got like the lunar cycle and the little explanation. And I do find, actually, this is just, it makes so much sense to me. So that sits in the front of my weeklies. And again, I did have, these are Puffin Pages weeklies. This is the beginning of the year, so you can see I've got, this is the front cover, so I've got that front page from January, just because I like the little weekly bit on there. And then I stopped using these in June, July. So I've just got a blank page on the back here because it had the notes page. And then I could put like future dates on the back. So only reason why I stopped using these was because Cloth and Paper brought out these dated inserts in the sub boxes. And these are undated. So I have half a year's worth of undated inserts ready for next year. And I've started using the dated inserts. One, so I didn't waste them because it came in the sub box. I might as well use them. And two, so I could give them a go. I'm kind of liking them. I'm very torn between what to use next. Because I do love these ones. And these were ones that were bought out in the printed section from Puffin Pages. So I definitely recommend grabbing these ones. Have a little glitter F from my lovely planner bestie Claire from Fox and Pip. It's so cute. So that just keeps those pages together. And then this is what I was saying, like the circle page flags. These are like to do like note. So they just mark out each month. So I have gone from July, August, September. I've now got October. I do try and keep the next month. I do try and just keep 3 months. So I keep the month that we're in, the next month coming up, and then the month before. Because sometimes there's always something that happened last month that you need to look back on. So I do tend to keep 3 months worth in. I just haven't taken out July and August yet. I should have November in there, but I haven't popped it in yet. So I should only have September, October, and then November. Because I don't tend to look back at too many more months. There's always usually something in the month before that, oh, that happened a couple of weeks ago. And it was last month. So I do try and keep the month before. And then when I put the next month in, so usually, so if this makes sense, at the moment I've got August, September, October in there. When I put November in, I'll take August out. Does that make sense? So while I was in September, I had the month before and the month to come. So I'll put the next month in when we go into the, so from September, went into October, I would have put November in and taken August out. But I've just been a bit lazy. I just haven't taken them out. And this is the only thing that I am struggling with. I've always had in my personal wide, because it had 35mm rings, I could keep a whole year's worth of weekly inserts. And I can't do that in this because obviously these are only 30mm rings. So that is the only thing I'm struggling with. I've always been that person who loves having the full year. But saying that, since I can only have about 3 months worth of weeklies in, I am using my monthlies more and it's working. So I have a full year's worth of monthly inserts and then just 3 months of weeklies because actually I'm finding I'm not needing more than that. So far so good. So like I said, I moved into these ones and at the beginning you can see it was a little bit hit and miss. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know whether to do deco. I tried to keep it simple. So most of it is, see look, I've got the odd deco sticker, but most of it is these little Royal Planner page flags, Pebble and Co stickers, my little icons and that from Planet Stowe. I tend to keep my deco in my other planners. So I've got like memory keeping and bits. So like here I've just tried doing highlighting. And then obviously I've got like little thought store stickers. I've got flumpy stickers in here. I've got, these are amazing. These stickers are from Peach Puddles Co. And they're actually my kids' writing. And I'm so glad Beth has kept them in the shop. So you can actually send her a photo of handwriting and she'll turn it into a sticker for you. And I love them. So my plan is now I do tend to try and use these for like special events coming up at school and nursery. And I am trying to use, if I got one to hand, I don't think I've actually used any yet. I don't think I have. So these ones here are from Pebble and Co, where they say Cubs and football. I do actually have school and nursery ones now, and I will show that in some Happy Mail. I think that's why I haven't used them. I've not long received them, so I haven't used them yet. But I have actually got ones like this, and then some clear ones, which I will use like regularly. The clear ones I will use layering up over things like this, and then these ones I will use when I've got like a checklist for things to do. And then I will keep these handwriting ones for like special events, so I don't waste them basically. But yeah, these are the weekly inserts and I'm really actually quite enjoying them. I am very tempted now to try and getting these for 2022. And yeah, so far so good. So moving on, because I am waffling. This video is going to be so long. This is my today page marker. You can see there, it's just got today at the top. And before I get anyone to say it's off center, it actually isn't. So the tab itself is in the middle of the whole page marker. So I know it does look shorter here and longer here, but oh my goodness, it makes such a difference. So when it is in my planner, it sticks out right in the middle. It's perfect. But obviously when you see it, it does look off center. Method behind Gem's madness. I've had ones like this from other shops and they put it like in the center and where the holes are off center, like the border comes before the holes. And I had one when it was like, it was just in the center. So it just looked odd in my planner, where this is in the middle of my planner. So these are perfect for sticking little sticky notes on. It's just a whole page marker so I can move it. Something when I need to remember, get stuck on there. Have a little ollie clip holding on my October calendar card. So this is actually from my little shop. So if you haven't already, definitely check out my shop, Fafting's Favs. I only sell via my Instagram. So that's why I get lots of messages going, I can't find your products. I'm not on Etsy, I'm just on Instagram. But these are all little handmade cards, like my little one in the front there. So that is usually on there, even though I have a little calendar on the insert. But I love this. So these, so far, these inserts are working out amazingly. I do love these little boxes here. So like these are things I need to bring to my attention, something for next week, stuff I need to know, and then the little calendar. And I try and highlight off the week that we're on. And then here's my little post-it note holder. So I've shown these off many times before. So this, you can put them in at the bottom and the tab sticks out the bottom, or you can put them in at the top and they stick out the top. And you will see I have a method to mine. So on one side I have my to-dos. So generic to-dos are always at the bottom, something I need to go to as and when. And I just pop notes down, it goes in on this week or wherever I need it. However, if it is urgent, it goes at the top. So if I see that it is at the top, it is something that is being brought to my attention a little bit more. And this is just post-it note from cloth and paper. And they fit a full size post-it note on perfectly. Same style as my inserts. I don't know if you're able to see. They've just got that barely there, a border. So it all matches. And I love being able to pop these in. So it's something that needs urgently doing. I pop it on there, goes at the top. If not, it goes at the bottom. So I have a little system going on. And then next week, I do have an appointment for my little one to have his flu spray. So the appointments go at the top because obviously it's a little bit more important, needs to be brought to my attention. But on the back, I have popped these, so I can pop this in the bottom. So these are like, this is like that goal post-it note. So if I've got goals that I need to do this week, so I'm probably going to use this, for half-term week. So there's goals that I would really like to try and do throughout the week. And then that would just go at the bottom because it's not as important. But at the moment, it's currently on there. When it gets to this week, that appointment sticky note will go on to my today page marker, just so it's constantly there. And then I can move my post-it note holder. This is just a little half page, which I keep in on the following week. So I can set up what's happening. And that's pretty much it. I've got a little sticker sheet going on here. I actually got this in a D-stash from Gem when I grabbed some bits from her. And it's just a piece of paper of like sticker paper with a little page marker on, which is really handy for those go-to stickers. These are my spare little clubs from my monthly that cover, and little bits just gone there. A little sticker pocket, which I've got those little stickers I use all the time, some Simply Gilded, and those notes and clips, little icons. This is a vinyl from Gem's shop, from Plan Life to Love. Absolutely love that. So these are just like those go-to stickers that I use all the time, which is actually really handy having in your planner. I then have so this is in my weekly, but this is actually work. So it's just got my work hours, work information. I've actually got notes from a meeting in there. And I've just got that with this gorgeous little clip on here. And again, I've got a little hexagon page flag because it just brings it to my attention. So I did have a whole work section before, but I don't tend to use it that much. So it just goes at the end of my weeklies. And then having that stronger glass cloth and paper divider kind of dash going on there just sort of separates it. And yeah, that just works. So that's that. Going to my notes section. Again, I've got another cloth and paper, one of those glass dashboards. I love this. I just feel like that, you know, notes is always messy. How much does that just link to notes? I think it's brilliant. This little vellum dash, again, I got this from a D-stash. I believe this is from Gem as well. So this is like a Harry Potter themed dashboard. And then these, same as that schedule one, this is actually a freebie from Salty22. And I love these. These are like sections that don't need much, but still look pretty. So I love the little dashboards that she created. And then I do have this in here. I am going to show you, this is that post-it note that I was just showing you, that post-it note holder. Very similar to the Barely There. Hopefully, oh, sorry. Hopefully this is a range that Gem will be bringing to the shop. This is just like the Barely There. I don't know if it's like, you can see, it is literally barely there. But it's just got a hint of glitter to it. How gorgeous is that? Can you imagine, like, Christmas time, having all your dividers like this? How pretty would that be? Gem, that is a little hint. I might need all my dividers remade in this, ready for Christmas. But this is just, so this is one that she sent me just to sort of test out, and we could see what it was like, how it worked and stuff. And I love it. I think it definitely needs to come to the shop. But I actually love having it in my notes section, because sometimes it's like, oh, I need to note that down, but I need to write it out properly in my notes section. So I keep this in my notes section. It is then a spare post-it note holder whenever I need one, and then I can pop it wherever I need it. And then I have got a cloth and paper page marker. I did pop some little slits in this so I can pop it out and move it. And Plan Next Day has one very similar to this. And that was what I was talking about in my order that's hopefully coming, that I want to set up with my little post-it notes. And then I've just got, note paper basically. Then I go into my kids section. I think these two little dashboards here line up so nicely. So these are both from cloth and paper sub boxes. This is just that, your mind believes everything you tell it. So I just thought it was really pretty. This is a little Royal Planner page flag. I saw lots of people doing this. And then it was like, do you know what? That looks really cute. So there we go. There is proof that I have set things up in my planner that just look cute. But I felt like all of that text laid over the Logophile lover of words just goes really nicely together. This is my kids section. So I won't go into this too much detail. This hasn't changed. This is all of this is information linking to my eldest child, all my information linking to my youngest child. Old appointment post-its go on here when they're linked to a particular child. At the back, you can see I've got those old appointment pages which link to that child, and they are both all held together with their initials. These are from Sparkles and Charms. Do have a discount code for her shop. She has so many goodies. She has charms, she has page markers, she has planner swags, feltie clips, so much, and the most amazing hand-stitched TN inserts with hundreds of covers. If you are a TN user, I definitely recommend using her inserts. It's a gorgeous, I think it's like 120 GSM paper, really thick, gorgeous paper, like a dot grid on it. And they're all hand stitched, so you haven't got the staples like catching on your elastics. And you get like 30 pages in it. There's so many pages, so they last forever. So if you're one that likes to have like you do bullet journaling or anything like that, it will last for a whole month, and then you don't need to renew it until you want a new cover for the next month. Perfect. Can't recommend enough. But these are for my two children, so Jaden and Logan, and actually it has been really handy. So when there's something like this, has got like Jaden's school logins full of his like school apps, so I can just turn to this through my whole plan. It doesn't matter where I am in my planner, I can hold on to that clip and it will turn to that section. So really, really handy if you've got, more than one kid, or you just want to keep it all together. I love this. I always get complimented on that. Lovely little idea. And then you go into my list section. Again, there is some confidential information, so I won't go into too much detail. But in my list section, you will see I've got purple paper and white paper. So the purple paper has just got details for like PR stuff and that on there. But I have separated it again with another jelly dash. So this is something I think I might need to try and take out, but I love it. So my list section is like, it's got finance tracking, it's got my order tracking, so orders and stuff, anything like that. Anything I just need to pop it down on a list. And then obviously PR information at the back. But I have another dash from the Crescent Planner in there. So this is like gorgeous. It's like a poppy. I have got some new dashboards I'm going to have to reluctantly change some of these out for. But there's an etched dash in there. And then this is from Cloth and Paper. And I just thought that layered up really nicely behind. You probably can't see it. It's quite light on camera. But then, yeah, I've just got my order tracking and information. And then I'll just show you that jelly dash. But this is that jelly dash, I believe. So, yeah, this is a jelly dash. So I've just used this just to separate like my lists and my PR section. And again, I've just got some cloth and paper bits in there. Obviously the iconic minimalism card. And then I've just got some more cards and back. So this is a PP plant and another cloth and paper. So things like this, I think I should probably take out just to free up a bit of space. But it's really good when you've got a section and you need like subsections. So if you don't want to keep putting little page flags in, that is my suggestion for breaking them up. And then lastly, I have to have contacts in my planner. I'm always that person that, you know, what happens if your phone crashes? So I always have a contact section. So this is just my last tab. Again, I've got a Feltie 22 freebie printable just for the cover. Obviously, for obvious reasons, I'm not going to show you. I think I have got a blank one. I think these came at the back of the monthly inserts that I mentioned earlier that I actually sold on because the layout didn't work for me. But I do believe they do have contacts inserts anyway. But obviously these could be anything. And then at the very back there, I just have a Foxy Fix page lifter. I think I've said this before. I never understood why people had these. But the chunkier my planner has got, completely get why you have these in your planner. And yeah, so the only thing that I do miss in this Catspressoco that I really loved in my Motems, well, obviously the back pockets that I could deck out. But I do have this lovely little Harry Potter themed like sparkly die cut in there, and this is from my Unicorn planner, little journaling card that came with an order. So that is my planner. Oh gosh, look, it's all slipped around. Hopefully you've enjoyed listening to me waffle on for, oh my goodness, look how long I've been waffling on for. Feel free to skip ahead and skip bits, but if there's any more details you want on anything, pop a little message below, message me on my Instagram. I'll get those details to you, and yeah, hopefully until next time. Bye guys.